Jared, you're loaded. Tim, come on up in here. I'm gonna get my camera wiped off. Hold on a minute. Makes it a little more better. Now we have frickin' guide wire that goes across the road from one pole to the other. Here. So our driveway is right to our right. Sarah's loaded, she's behind Tim, and Jared is loaded too, and they're going to hit that driveway right there. That's what they're going to hit right there. Should be right there somewhere. She'll hit the turnabout. time around, and now we're on our second time around. I usually go nice and slow, and it keeps the pipe from wallering so much. And we try to keep the majority of the silage in the trailer. 10-wheeler is a little different. It's so much closer. You're not throwing it so far, but boy, when that freaking chopper moves back and forth just a little bit and you're blowing at 60 feet, it doesn't take much to get it out of the wagon. It's only an 8-foot wide hole. So dusty, dusty, dusty. Northern corn leaf blade, come on back. Yeah, buddy. PMR. Look at them windows. Yeah. Well, here's where we are at. Today is October 1st, and we are in about our 10th day of chopping. We opened this field up last night, moved into this area yesterday morning, so I didn't have a fuel truck here or anything like that. So we're fueling this morning, and we're gonna get this machine blown off, serviced, and ready to go for today. Now you can see how dirty this chopper is, and that is just from yesterday. This machine was home the night before, and yesterday morning when I sharpened knives, I rinsed this machine off. We got back into BMR corn yesterday. We were chopping conventional corn prior to that. We filled one bunk with BMR and then did some conventional, then got back into BMR. But the BMR has leaf blight into it a little bit, quite a lot rather. It just makes the whole machine black. See how dirty the windows are? Actually, I'll crawl up there and show you how dirty they are. I should have wiped them down last night before I left, but I forgot. That's how dirty they are. So we'll get this blown off. I'll get everything opened up. The fuel nozzle has a nice little dust ring on it to keep the dust from going in the fuel tank. However, the diesel exhaust fluid one does not. Sometimes I'll put a shirt over it or something just to keep the dust out of it while I'm blowing the machine off. So we're not going to bore you with that, but that's what we're going to get started with here. But get the machine blown off and get ready to go. Sharpen the knives and so on. Everything has been going really well. The only issue that we have had so far is we had to swap out our inoculant applicator. We had a problem with it not yesterday, day before. So let's get this machine ready. Alright, so we are just pulling up to the service truck in the fuel tank where we were this morning. We left that in the field, and my mother brought that over here, and my father picked her up when he was hauling silage. So what we're going to do is we're going to drop the head on this and we'll back away from it, and then it'll look just like things looked like it did here this morning. Actually, I'm on the wrong side of the service truck. So we will get this dropped back away from the head, and then fuel it and put DEF in. Blow the machine off while fuel and DEF is going in it. And then in the morning, I don't really want to change the fuel filter tonight, but in the morning we will change out the fuel filters before we start up. So the big time operators will see that, oh boy, you haven't burned a lot of fuel today there, Andy. Yesterday, our fuel and our DEF were right side by side. I should have took a picture of it. But all the big time operators on these John Deere choppers, they burn a full tank of fuel. But us guys, we just don't we don't do enough acres in a day to burn a whole tank of fuel. So, yeah, what we'll do is we'll let our jacks down, get our head unhooked, and get backed away. Got all this material here that needs blown away from the machine. So, let's get to it, and we'll join up with you guys in the morning. We'll show you what things look like. Ooh, somebody didn't fold their spout down all the way. All right. Well, we are just rolling up on the chopper now. We ended up covering that conventional bunk, and I told you I would show you guys the fuel filter replacement on this, along with what I noticed mucho broken here yesterday. So first thing we're going to do is we're going to show you what was broken. Blew the machine off here yesterday morning. I opened everything up like I do any other day. I can get this one hand. There we go. I opened this up. I noticed it opened kind of weakly, and that support over there on this side here was unhooked, and this bracket is broken right there. This was down on this, I don't know, that's a fuel hose, I think, for the fuel cooler. This was down on top of this fuel filter pump assembly. And yeah, so that's got to be welded. When we get it home, I just unbolted it and put the unit in the service truck. So we got a cartridge filter there and then another one over there. So we'll go ahead and get this undone and get it up and running. Alright, so we're just going to use an adjustable wrench on this guy here. Make sure get this off. I need to get fuel all over myself. Boy, we had a beautiful time covering that bunk this morning. Everybody worked real fast. We covered the frickin' bunk in less than 2 hours. Got that guy there. And there's that. I want to save that O-ring just because I need a rag. Just Dump this right in here. So I had fuel filters in the truck, and I had another set back at the shop. That's the wrong one. That's the one for that container. Boy, the smaller filter is in a bigger box than the larger filter is in. Go figure, right? Okay, this is why I want to save this O-ring, because I've had these O-rings rip and fail. Before the filter that's on the Pro drive. See, that just fell off of there. The transmission filter and the Pro drive filter are the same style O-ring. So we've only changed these filters on this machine twice now. Once during hay and once now. Now this other filter here might be a little more challenging because the door doesn't want to stay open here. I'll show you how this comes out. Stick you guys to something here. Should be able to. These channel locks are big enough. Boy. Need something to stand on here. Okay, so this guy here, we were wondering how in the heck are we going to get the filter out of there? So we thought we were going to have to take the damn canister off the side of the chopper. You just pop the cap off, and then there's just enough room to get that guy out of there. Alright, so judging by the weight of that filter, probably the only one that needed changed was this one here. So that. I'll put a new O-ring on here. Alright, so we'll get this tight, and then what we'll have to do is do a couple key cycles. Get the filter housings to load with fuel. There. Okay. Couple key cycles, we'll load it with fuel. Yeah. But yeah, and then what that motherfucker will do, all of a sudden, And then the other thing with him, you know what he's gonna fucking do? All of a sudden, he's gonna think he's so valuable when he does get his license back. And then he's gonna be, you know, fucking he thinks he's gonna be so valuable, meaning, you know, he's gonna think he's gonna set the world on fire with Newton or R&B, and you know, it's like, you fucking asshole. We put up with a delinquent for